Manchester United lose 2-1 to Brighton. We are live here at Smithfield Hall in New York City. Same as last season. It's just like we continue from last season. It doesn't even feel like a new season. And we were very poor. That's just the honest truth. From start to finish, we were poor. I think getting to the end of the game, we became more lively. But that was more on Brighton being tired. I'm going to start from the midfield today. Fred and McTominay were poor. It's really McTominay. Not like Fred was any better, but the midfield was just porous. And we've got to make some signings, or else we'd be lucky to finish it this year, because Ten Hag is not going to have an easy job on his hands, because the performance today was just appalling. Rashford and Sancho, especially Rashford missed easy chances today. He had a couple attempts on goal. Sancho's one player, I don't know. I just feel he's too passive. Like, he's too slow. He has to be a bit more reactionary. He's always taking his time on the ball, and I'm not really a big fan of that. Like, when you get to be quick, be active, and he's like, he doesn't know how to. I don't know whether I don't know the profile of player he was, but I thought he could beat players off the door. But he doesn't feel like it comes off to me as a more skillful Lingard who can just pass and move, but it doesn't really beat players. And that's not what we like. Going to the debutants, Eriksen and Martinez, I thought Eriksen was decent. He was average, I think 6.5 overall. But Martinez too was good in different parts of the game, but also had shaky moments where he realized that the physicality here is different and the pressure here is different. But overall, I won't say it was bad, but the defending too is unacceptable. David De Gea again, the distribution today. There was a time in the game he got the ball, instead of him to take it quickly, he was wasting time, and then before he knew, he just cleared it out for a throw-in, wasting. And then the second goal, the one he saved and then fell to Gross at the back post on the left side of the game of the wing. I felt he could have saved that. I don't think that shot was as powerful, but that's just what it was. Ronaldo came in. Didn't really do anything wrong. First link-up play was okay. Didn't do much right, but nothing wrong as well. But I'm still of the opinion we have to sell Ronaldo just after all this drama that's going on. He doesn't want to be here. And long-term, he's not really going to help us. Right now, we just have to be honest with ourselves. We need a rebuild. We need to develop this year. And we have to be better. The performance today was unacceptable. And if this is what we're going to carry into the season, then we're in for a very, very long one. And I think we are, because I don't want to be too reactionary, because it's a one game and it's a marathon and not a sprint. But after seeing what happened today, I'm definitely not confident. And the fans in there were really, really furious, especially with McTominay. I could really tell from that they were furious with McTominay. Maguire today was the defense, his pace, and that's something you can't teach. That's something he doesn't have, and that's something you can't teach or develop. And they were playing the balls in behind him. I saw about 2-3 balls, and one of them led to a goal. But I felt his passing forward was decent in different parts of the game. Bruno, wasteful. Eriksen, wasteful as well, but he was okay. But Ten Hag has got a job on his hands, and he's going to see that this is not the Eredivisie, so he's going to have to sit up. I think we're going to need some signings, and he's going to have to move on from De Jong, because we're clearly wasting too much time on it. Now the season has started. We're 3 points down already. Last thing we were terrible, but we beat Brighton at home. We couldn't even beat them this year. So I mean, that's it's not the best of logics, but it's also a fair logic as well to use. So it tells you where we're at as a team. Can we move on next week and then go to Brentford and do something? Definitely we can, but it depends on what Ten Hag will do. Will Martial return? What changes will Ten Hag make to the starting lineup? If he goes in there with Fred and McTominay, we're going to have a long day. Which while the United game was playing, we had an eye on the Leicester-Brentford game as well. Brentford were down 2-0 away at King Power, and they came back from 2-0 down in the second half and got a draw. So that's impressive. And Leicester are definitely a better side than us. The football they play, they're a better side than us. So it's going to be a long season, but it was never going to be a dramatic season if it wasn't United as well. A lot of fans in there, passionate, singing, ready for the season, looking forward to it. A lot of them having a couple of beers, just excited, and then as usual, we're let down again. The performance was just, and I feel like even towards the end of the game, when it looked like we became lively and things, I just feel it was more of Brighton being tired than we actually being imposing ourselves on them. Because I feel like if we had when it was a level playing field, like when we both had the same amount of energy from the start of the game, they were miles better than us. And one thing is clear, the coaching is very evident. They get the ball, one touch pass. They move the ball quickly between the lines. The midfield from, when Mepu came in energetic, Lamptey came in energetic, Gross was good today. Welbeck really gave our defenders a tough time today. But United, we can't seem to play that one touch, two touch football. When we get the ball, then everybody wants to take 5 touches, 6 touches on the ball, slow, not fast, not proactive, and that's what's hurting us. So Ten Hag has got a lot to do. We saw, and it's evident, the preseason thing we do, I always said it was never really going to mean anything until we got here. All the things we did in preseason, we couldn't show that we did anything in preseason. We looked just like Ragnick's team or Ole's team last year. So yeah, we've got a lot to do. Ten Hag has got a job on his hands, and the fans were really booing the Glazers, and that's well deserved. after all they've done to our club and everything. Now the transfer window, Richard Arnold and John Neto, they were in there. They saw what happened. They've got to be proactive. If I'm them, this evening I'm getting Neto. Neto even here for the right wing, getting Neves, and then moving on from this De Jong and Anthony and this like Dutch or Ajax recruits only. We've had a few Dutch players, we have Ajax recruits here. That's okay. Mix it up. If you don't have your targets, move on. There's no time. So and that's what the best of clubs do. Right now, we're thinking of them. But hey, it's one game. Let's not get too reaction. But if we lose to Brentford, it's going to be long because we're definitely not good. After what we played today, Liverpool are definitely going to beat us. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the game. Ten Hag has got a lot on his hands. The defense has to improve. The midfield doesn't have to improve. It has to change. It can't be those players. No, like the defense has to improve. Attack has to improve. Russell and Sancho have to improve. But the midfield has to change. Mctominay and Cole are just not going to cut it at this level, and that's just what it is. So yeah, the subs. Malacia didn't do much when he came. He came on for the last 5 minutes. But one thing I feel about Malacia is he's too rushed. I just feel like he's a player who's going to get a lot of yellow cards, a lot of red cards. He's going to concede some penalties because he's too rushed. But that's just reaction. It was 5 minutes back. That's what I could just tell from him. Van de Beek, decent. Didn't really do much. Didn't really have enough time. The rest, Garnacho, all those guys that came on, didn't really see them. They came on with not much time to do. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the game. Please make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 1K subscribers. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
This place is rocking!